Welcome back. NSAA State Track and Field at Burke in Omaha is set for next week. That means we have district track meets this week to determine who will earn a spot to compete at their respective events at Burke. The C3 district meet was hosted in Ponca today. The top two finishers in each event make state. 10 Siouxland squads over in Ponca with high hopes. And we begin with some high hops in girls triple jump. Haley Kneifel of Whistler-Pilger wins first place with a leap of 35 feet and 7 inches. Into boys triple jump, where the winner is Brian Isom of Tri-County Northeast, a jump of 43 feet and 1 inch. Over in a girls high jump, this one is a leap of 4 feet 10 inches from Taylor Irwin of Laurel Concord Coleridge, who goes on to win the event with a jump of 5 feet 10 inches on attempts. But both Tori Walker of Homer and Janessa Overgaard of Homer will be at Burke with jumps of 5 feet 2 inches as well. Boys pole vault now, and it's Walker Ott of Whistler-Pilger rocking the shades as he soars into first place with a jump of 12 feet 4 inches and earns a spot at Burke. Highlights from the track action coming up tonight at 10.